Hello, this is a little test I've got going on. Gonna try doing another live sketch, this time not from my car, but from my front veranda. And I've got the phone set up with a live on a stool with a hole in it. And it's on a table, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm just gonna draw like that. Some people have all these expensive setups, and it's probably worthwhile having expensive setups. But I don't have an expensive setup. Anyway, you're going to see my hand come in here because that's where my computer is, and I can see the comments come up while I'm doing it right here. There we go. There's my pad. And we'll see how we go. So, today I'm doing a sketch for Elijah and Crumpet. It is, I need to turn down the volume because that's confusing. Doing a sketch for Elijah and Crumpet for their superhero, which is going to be Elijah. He's a superhero called Motivate Man. And so I need to create something with a double M. Now this is weird, I've got a thing across the stool here, so I'm actually looking through a stool to draw this. But I'm thinking of something that includes like a double M. And had a bit of a look at, reminded myself of what all other superhero logos look like. Of course, Superman and Spider-Man and all of that. But how can I do it? And I thought, I could do it for, hey Pixel Pia, how you doing? I've got a new setup here, doing my live. I've got the camera on a stool and the stool on the table, and it's a bit of a dodgy looking setup, but you don't get to see the setup. So although I should show my setup because that kind of shows that it's a not a very tech not a very tech setup at all. So what I'm creating here is a superhero logo for the Elijah and Crumpet kids book. Now I don't know if I've already kind of mucked this up, maybe. The superhero is called Motivate Man, so that leads me into the idea of a double M type arrangement. And now I was mucking around. You use what you got. Yeah, that's right, Pixel Pier. And I was doing this in the car as well, with the camera velcroed to the sun visor. So there's a few methods. Now that one must come in too much or something. I don't know, maybe I'll bring that one around a bit more. Thing with the logo is that, like everything else can kind of be a bit dodgy edged and not symmetrical or whatever, but you're doing a logo, it's kind of got to be right, at least right to begin with. And so I'm thinking line down the middle, and then when I'm in Adobe Draw I can just flip it over, but for the sake of this what I want to do is I want to create the other M inside. So it's I was thinking of like a Wonder Woman in reverse for Motivate Man. Anyway, just an idea. Wonder Woman did pretty good. See, then I could essentially draw a line down the middle and flip that. Now I don't know if I'm ripping off any in my head, but someone might go, hey, that's a something. A tip for drawing letters. Draw a regular letter with lots of space around it and build out. Oh yeah, okay, cool. And I was thinking of, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I'm too busy concentrating. So this is going to go on the Cape of Elijah in the Elijah Crumpet kids book for Motivate Man. And so that'll be going to the cover, or go onto the cover of a book. So there's no pressure, a superhero logo, and design the cover today. The reason why I'm going straight into the cover and not kind of leaving it to the end and seeing what pictures I've got is that it's going to be used for the Kickstarter campaign. So it might not be the actual cover that gets used at the end, but obviously I want to make it look as good as humanly possible to help in the Kickstarter campaign, so people think, oh yeah, that's something pretty cool, I'm gonna chuck money towards that. So I don't know, something like this. Now I'll go over it in Adobe Drawing, get all the curves and whatever just right, but I'm just kind of working on this idea. Now I've got another idea. This one's kind of like a Motivate Man Wonder Woman ripoff. If you look at that, it could be like a double W's. I'm getting losing a bit of resolution. I'm not quite sure how the internet connection's going. So this Motivate Man logo is kind of like a Wonder Woman homage. And I've got another idea for kind of like a it's really hard to draw inside a stool, but it's doable. I just can't get my head too close. I think that one's got to go a bit further. So I think I've got another idea for one which is a bit of a Spider-Man type homage with a Motivate Man logo. I mean, I can obviously fix this later on. Just choose the best half and go with that. But I think that's relatively even. So Pixel P, have you been doing a live last night? And I've seen that you've done a couple that didn't go public. So how are you finding the Prism app? Are you going to be using that a lot more? I'm finding it really good. I'm just working out where to use it in the scheme of things. The idea to use it in the podcast for the podcast was a good idea, I think, but the problem is when I played the audio on the videos seemed to be very loud. That's why people were saying, oh, it's got kind of AM. Are we back? That needs to be up higher. From about there, from the best I can tell. the angle that I'm looking at. This Pixelpeer, I'm going live every Thursday from now on, and I'm going to create a tutorial about it. That's awesome. Yeah, I think going live is such a powerful thing. And as I was saying in one of my videos, it's like a really great way to, if you're feeling brave enough, it's a great way to create content that then you don't have to spend time editing and you know, doing titles and all this kind of stuff. It's just there, and it's out there, and if you can get a good viewership to it, that's really cool. Now I didn't put the word out about this happening. I just thought I'd just do it, and if anyone rolled up, that's great, and it's great to have you here, Pixelpeer. I have to go now. I have to start recording. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you very much, Pixelpeer. Great to see you. I'll just keep tinkering away like this and talking to myself. But I think I'll still try to do the podcast. What I might try for my next podcast with my snip, save out a version of my videos on the phone with the audio. I don't know. Oh yes, I was saying it sounded like AM radio. No, it sounded like AM radio basically because it was distorting so badly. So I don't know if I brought the audio back. Like if it's 100% now, bring it back to say 70%, something like that, even 60%. It's coming through really hot, so because it would be great to be able to do it, because that would be my podcast recorded there and then. And the whole idea is that I want to create community around the podcast rather than just having a podcast being like a podcast tends to just be you're just talking and putting them out there, and apart from iTunes reviews, which most people don't really tend to do, it's hard to get any feedback as to what's, you know, what people are liking and not liking. So if you're doing it live, I don't know, it kind of adds a different energy to it and adds community to it as well, which is really cool. So this is the idea. Now I'm not sure what half is going to be better and what half I end up using as a template if I go for that one. So that's my idea for Motivate Man. A Wonder Woman rip-off. Not a rip-off. Wonder Woman homage. Wonder Woman! But Wonder Woman's got the wings and doesn't have curvy any bits like that, so and I imagine, so we'll keep this bit dark. It's going to be a yellow logo. Yellow on blue. Let's see if there's any no one's on Periscope, that's fine. You can see my face if I put my face in here. Ah, the sound of the crows and the wind chime. Australian springtime. Not a bad day today. You might be able to see around the lens because I like doing stuff outside if I can. I'm outside on the veranda with the mosquitoes. So you might see a mosquito hovering into view at some stage. Or you might see me shooing one off. But I don't mind this still setup. I might have to remove this beam here. So I can get my head in there to do some fine details and whatnot. Let's see how the batteries last. I don't have much battery on my computer. I'm going all battery at the moment. So we'll see how long that lasts. I've got to do a quote for another lawn today, so I'll do a quote for another lawn and then go do another lawn. So I don't have heaps of time, but I really want to get into the habit of sketching during the daytime if I can, and sharing it alive of it at night time with the girls asleep, because if they wake up and need me, I just can't kind of race off and do that. So at the moment I'll either do it in the car between jobs or at home between jobs. Everyone's out at the moment, they've gone to the museum. So so I get to sketch in relative peace, and it is very relaxing out here on the veranda, sketching, talking to myself. And might get up Twitter as well and see if it's broadcasting out there. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Oh, I got a comment on that one. AJG Enterprise, this is awesome. Thank you so much for liking that, and I think you retweeted it out as well. That's cool. Yeah, nice one. Thank you, AJG Enterprise. So this is the first idea of my Elijah Man sketch. My Wonder Woman homage. And soon I will start on my Spider-Man idea. Spider-Man logo idea. Might start on that on a fresh page. Thing with like working with lead pencil, because this is all pretty new to me. I find really easy to smudge stuff around. I don't know if people are wearing those things on their wrist. I thought they might have tendonitis or something, but maybe it's so you don't smudge your drawing as you're moving it all around. I don't know. Have to look into that. Maybe it is an anti-smudger. So everybody in America seems to be enjoying Vid Summit or VidCon or whatever it is. Very jealous. Get to see all your favourite creators all hanging out with each other, sharing their ideas and having fun, getting social. One day, that would be cool to go and do something like that. But at the moment, I got a book to draw. And the Kickstarter's coming up real soon. It launches, so this logo is going to be incorporated into the cover image, and the cover image is going to include Elijah and Crumpet. So that picture that you've seen already is like the logo for the Elijah and Crumpet title. But the picture I'll be creating is the one that's more specific to Motivate Man, which will include the cape, Motivate Man cape. So this is all part of the cover, but I just got to get the logo right before I can draw the image with a cape. Be chasing myself around trying to nail down what the exact logo is. And you know, might have a crossover universe thing with Marvel or DC, who knows. So I've got to do a good job of this logo. Maybe they'll contract me in for no, I don't think they will. I think they've got enough people lining up, brilliant artists lining up to do all the work for those guys. Being a bit slow here because I'm trying to get it as precise as I can, even though I'm going to be going over it completely with Adobe Draw and creating it into a vector so I can make it any size that I need. My sketches have the sketch underneath the drawing as well, but for the logo, I'm going to kind of construct it as a logo so that it can be reproduced any size we want. See how it goes. Oh, I was about to use my pad as a iPad or something. It's just using multiple things at once. It's very confusing. I got 10% battery left on my laptop. Oh, I should have checked that beforehand. Anyway, I'm almost done with this logo. Here we go. Motivate Man. Let's see how that turns out. And the lag on the computer is quite a bit. Anyway, that's the idea. Now, in terms of, because that one's a very up and down style. Up and down style logo. Whereas the Spider-Man one would kind of be more. No, I'm not sure. This is looking like a Batman one. It's like a hammer. It's Batman. I'm doing Batman. So here's your big M. You can do homages, can't you? It's funny, I was thinking it was more of a Spider-Man thing. It's like Spider-Man crossed with Batman. and it makes Motivate Man. However, M's not very pronounced, is it? Well, kind of. And so I was thinking this M. It's like the evil claw. There's a mosquito. So, I mean, it might be wrong. Because the M is not totally there, is it? Unless, oh, here we go. Now I just need to put a couple of ears on it. No. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I just kind of... That line's not there, it's just as a guide for me. Oh, this one could work. Try and find the center roughly. So, half of Motivate Man. The Batman, Spider-Man, oh, don't tell me I'm out of lead. This is highly embarrassing. Here's my lead. Here we go. You wouldn't think I'd run out of lead, would you? Seriously exciting live video tutorial. Putting the lead in the pencil. I'll pull that bit out. Hopefully that's going to work. Yay! I'm kind of excited by this one. So it's kind of maybe not with a center line. I don't know. Just making it look like a weapon then or something. Oops. Motivate Man. I don't know. That central line kind of works. Take out these ones. And you know this whole thing's going to go into Adobe Drawer anyway and be cleaned up and fixed up and have all the right angles put on the right curves. It looks a little bit less like a double M, maybe, I don't know. That's an M, and that's an M. Ah, I need that. No, what? Yes. Something I don't know. I'm confusing myself. See, that's an M, but that would make that an N. Oh no, but it's kind of an M. Yeah. A spider bat motivational man. Something like that. See if I'm game enough to build it out. I could just say end of video. So, something like that. Something like that. Oh, that curves like that, doesn't it? It's like a claw. But we'll go with. You can cast your votes in the comments. And those who win will, I don't know, not get a kid's book. You can go into the Kickstarter. Yeah, you get to go into the Kickstarter and help support this awesome project. Raising awareness around Down syndrome and you know, just giving, you know, exposure to every, you know, because I don't know, I haven't seen, I read a lot of kids books to my daughters, and I don't see kids with Down syndrome represented. And that certainly has to change, and it is going to change. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't seen them. There should be more, because I haven't seen any. So and if you don't know who Elijah and Crumpet are, go and check out their YouTube channel. They're doing fun, entertainment, educational type stuff over there. Crumpet is a monkey. Crumpet is a monkey. He's a bleeding monkey, that Crumpet. He's not a muppet. He's a monkey. He's a monkey muppet. He's not a real muppet though. I don't know. I kind of feeling that Crumpet needs to be a you know, like Batman and Robin or whatever. Crumpet needs to be off-cider. What kind of logo would Crumpet have? Because it couldn't be a banana, because Banana Man's already got that one signed. What do you call? Banana Man's got that one stitched up. I love Banana Man. Grew up with Banana Man. I'm running low on batteries on my phone and on my laptop. So We could just go till it runs out, maybe. But this is my mode. Take two. That one needs a little bit more curve. There we go. Oh God, it's good to be able to sketch. Not in my car, got a bit more room. Not sketching in the car, with a quiet house. Oh, it's delightful. I should have got a coffee, but I was worried about time. Basic idea for Motivate Man. Oh, I'm being asked to plug into power. It's going to be the end. What's going to go first? Maybe a test to see what happens when you just run out of power. I imagine it just turns off. Now what do you reckon? Should I put an extra, where's our other image here? Got that one. See, we've got a black outline around there. I don't know if I should put a black outline around there. I don't know. Anyway, I can always do that in post. See how it goes. I'm going to put these up on Instagram and have them vote. Alright, I might sign out now. Thanks for anyone who's watching on the replay. If you are watching on the replay, it'd be awesome if you gave it a thumbs up. Left a comment, said hello, and drops in next time. My head in, but I can't because there's this bar here. So, bye bye.